Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be doing RageFire Chasm clears just to see what kind of gold per hour I can get out of this dungeon. So it took me 40 minutes to run it 10 times with a rogue, which is the class I prefer using for these lower level dungeons. Because of the burst of speed ability which the rogue has, lets you run at 70% movement speed, and you can keep this up 100% of the time throughout the dungeon. But with bursts of speed and a shorter dungeon like this, you're only going to lock yourself out quicker. Which is fine, because you can just move on to something else, or log on to another character and continue. So after my runs, the loot appraiser value came out to 13,464 gold, which is great. For those of you that don't know what loot appraiser is, it is an add-on that tries to keep track of how much gold you've made during a session of grinding, and it will display on the screen the values of the items you loot. Which is incredibly handy for knowing what transmog items are worth keeping, and what's pretty much junk essentially. But keep in mind with Loot Appraiser, it is never 100% accurate, but it always gets you fairly close. For a breakdown of what I looted, 6 gold, 53 silver, and vendor trash and currency, which is pretty underwhelming, but it's what you can expect for a dungeon in this level range. I looted 15 gems for 10 gold, 7 silver, 5 patterns for 147 gold, 3 silver, 430 linen cloth for 79 gold, 99 silver, and throughout my runs, I looted 49 green item drops, but I ended up disenchanting 27 of these items because they either sold for very little, or realistically they just wouldn't sell as a transmog item at all. So what I got from the green items that I disenchanted were 28 strange dust, which sell for currently 58 gold, 10 silver, and 6 greater magic essences, which go for gold 99 unfortunately. I kept 22 green uncommon quality items for transmog. The transmog value of those items were 10,591 and 54 silver. This may seem a little high, but I did loot a pair of ceremonial leather loincloth, which sells for 6,500. But it's not uncommon to find a higher selling transmog item in this dungeon fairly often. So for the totals of everything, without counting the transmog items, I made 303 gold, 98 silver. With counting transmog items, I made 10,895 gold, 52 silver. And if you don't want to include the ceremonial leather pants, the total would be 4,184 gold, 50 silver. I've done this grind several times before and the values always come out fairly similar. So for RageFire, I'll be labeling this video at 4,000 to 12,000 gold an hour, but obviously it could be much more if you get several high selling items, or less if you're unfortunately very unlucky. So the transmog value is definitely in this dungeon. As with any transmog item, they do tend to move slow, but will sell in time, so just be patient and keep reposting them if they don't sell. The deposit fee for them is very little, 1 to 2 silver at most. And additionally, if you're looking to squeeze out the most gold out of your runs, you can also craft linen cloth into linen bolts, and then you can craft the linen bolts into linen shirts. But the shirts do sell a little bit slower than transmog items, as not many people care about shirts. Here I did craft 50 shirts just to show you guys. I crafted 20 green shirts at a total value of 4,500 gold. That's 225 gold each they're currently going for. 10 blue shirts for 1,390 gold. That's 139 gold per shirt. 10 white shirts for 1,750 gold. That's 175 gold per shirt. 5 brown shirts for 195 gold total, that's 39 gold per shirt. And 5 red shirts, they do have a market value of 895 gold, but currently they're selling a little low, so I'm just going to hold on to them at this time and not sell them. But in total, that's 8,730 gold just for selling some shirts that you didn't really have to spend any extra time doing, other than the time it did take you to craft the linen bolts, which unfortunately was around 5 minutes. And then even after crafting 50 shirts, I was still left over with 110 linen bolts, which sell for 108 gold, which is higher than the amount of gold than you would have made just for selling the cloth alone. With 110 bolts left over, I'm more than likely just going to craft more shirts as these current ones sell, which could be a potential another 5 to 8,000 gold, but like I said, they do sell slow, so it's a time thing. So keep in mind the shirts will sell very slow, but selling one shirt in this case will cover the entire crafting cost and leave you with a ton left over to sell. I'm not going to be including the profited value from the shirts in the overall amount made from RageFire, as it would just be quicker to go to the auction house and buy the linen, rather than spend the time in RageFire farming for the linen just for this purpose. That's it for this video, guys. I'll be trying to get a new video out at least twice a week or more if possible. They won't always just be dungeon grinding videos, as I'm going to keep a good mix of other things going as well. So if you're into making gold or just looking for something to watch, feel free to subscribe. or hit that like button.